This has to be a YN. All right. Let's listen to this Aussie bitch on 60 Minutes.
If you think America is the heart of modern civilization, this story will surely change your mind.
It is, by the way. The heart of civilization is, it's on hospice care right now. So America is absolutely the heart of civilization. What's the heart of civilization? Russia? What, Indonesia? Taiwan? Is it Iran? What's the heart of civilization? It's not Australia. I'll tell you why. You know why? Because the show you're doing is a spin-off. It's a sideshow of the United States, okay? Okay, babe? So I want you to watch your mouth, first of all. This is producer Laura Sparks, and it's spelled all retarded. It's spelled with an E. Because she is a big Australian retard.
If you think America is the heart of modern civilization, this story will surely change your mind. There,
No, it won't.
trade in unwanted children exists, and the way they do it is distressing. It's known as rehoming, and when parents decide they no longer want their adopted child, they simply advertise them on websites to lure prospective new parents. It's as straightforward as getting rid of an old fridge on eBay. There's no vetting or court orders required, and these disposable children can be handed over to anyone. In fact, until you see it, it's difficult to believe.
Aussies really have no bedside manner at all. The language is insane. Comparing children to fridges, saying leaving them out like a couch on the curb.
Over or court orders required, and these disposable children can be handed over to anyone. In fact, until you see it, it's difficult to believe, and we should warn you, it's quite confronting.
Yeah, but also, lady, it's like the kids are going to be watching it too. You really want to use this language, disposable children? I'm going Dennis Miller on her. Kid, babe. I'm racist Dennis Miller. Well, actually, that's just Dennis Miller, probably.
Best part of Central.
First up, we have Alicia. Alicia is a very special and very sweet young lady who is looking for her forever family.
Okay, so I'm pausing it. So first thing I notice is that this person's probably trans and they're in charge. Okay, first of all, that's weird. Second thing is the music is very upsetting.
First up, we have Alicia.
Okay, so there's weird non-copyrighted dance music, house music. This is an auction for children. They're doing this stuff in plain sight, folks. I don't know how else to say it. This isn't one of those things that makes me happy to see or to admit, but this is cash for kids. That's what this is. You come here, they auction off the children. People raise a number and they bet 300, I hear 300, 400, I hear 400, 500. They bet on the children and they trade them around and fuck them and give them back. I wish it wasn't true. I wish there was a better system in place, but unfortunately there's not. And there is a maleficent man behind all this, and I'm not going to question what his ethnicity is or his background, but I think we could all read between the lines here.
Alicia is a very special and very sweet young lady who is looking for her forever family.
This is playing right now. It's like a video from The Onion you think you're watching.
Abandoned children,
It's like a fake The Onion
desperately
news
selling
piece.
themselves to win over a new family, a new start.
She also likes drawing and doing arts and crafts.
And in the audience, sizing them up,
Are very, very bad people. Going away with this guy? Count Orlok over here? I would like the Kenyan kid.
I would like the 14-year-old Melissa with the blonde hair. The woman who walked down the runway first wearing the little skirt with the bow in her hair. I would like to bring her home. How much is she? Yes. Well, it shouldn't be an issue then.
It's very bizarre.
Bruh. This book made me think about my own life.
This is not good. It's really bad.
To find a perfect match are their potential parents.
Okay, Michaela, you look so cute. That is my girl.
Travelling to this so-called matching event today is Tom, a teacher with no children, who is interested in 14-year-old Frank, given up by his adopted family.
I mean, look at the guy. He's a school teacher. Red flag. Big red flag. By the way, let's get some background
who is
music for the...
interested in 14-year-old Frank, given up by his
Very
adopted
good.
family.
This guy, it's pedophile window shopping. That's
who
all
is
it is.
interested in 14-year-old Frank, given up by his adopted family 2 years ago and now living in a care home.
Today is important because I get a chance to kind of be a part of something, you know, part of a family that I've been waiting to be a part of for a very long time now. If something happens,
That I promise you, this guy, this black kid,
kind of be a part of something, you know, part of.
He's hiding he has a shiv tucked in his waistband that he made out of a toothbrush from his last home. They're playing pedophile hot potato. That's all that's going on.
Family that I've been waiting to be a part of for a very long time now. If something happens, then we'll pursue it, and if not, not a big deal. Nothing gained, nothing lost.
But Frank is anxious to make something happen.
Putting on makeup,
he has much
I don't know.
to lose, and only 2 hours to convince Tom he's worthy of adoption.
I'm trying to...
You know, because, and apparently they do want to be adopted because this organization probably keeps them on in a cage like a Tyson chicken, I can only assume, feeding them, you know, estrogen and soy and bird feed and God knows what else. This is genuinely just a child sex trafficking ring that's run in the open. Like the Franklin scandal, they don't even have to pretend it's like they don't need a Larry King and they don't need to do it in Omaha and it doesn't need to be a thing where they snatch people. You can just and this was like 6 years ago. I'm sure they have an app. They go, by the way, remember, we have an app. You can order them right to your home. You don't even have to come to these anymore. Just if you're a Prime member.
Show him the brightest aspects of me and to let him know what the darkest ones are.
Frank has sold himself well. Tom agrees to give his new son a trial run and will collect him in 15 days' time.
Thank you. Do the same.
But 6 months later, Tom decides they're not compatible. And again, Frank can only hope and wait to find a family.
So it's a dog, you know, they try him out, it doesn't work out, he's smoking weed in his bedroom or jacking off to hentai, watching too much anime, maybe he's stealing, who knows what's going on. Maybe it's a little too much of this. But regardless, it's a culture clash, obviously, and it's not going to work out. I don't know why these people think it would work out. You're not getting a son, you're not getting a daughter, you're getting a roommate. And these people specifically are, you know, they want a roommate with benefits, those type of Craigslist hookups where, you know, you don't really have to pay rent as long as you're really nice to your landlord who you live with. You know, maybe you spend a couple $100 a month on rent. You got really cheap rent and your friends go, how do you have such cheap rent? You go, I'll never tell.
To see those children trying to sell themselves.
Gay guys do that all the time, by the way. I know plenty of gay guys that suck off their landlord for cheap rent. It's the way of the
To
world.
find a forever family, what does that do to your stomach?
Oh, it turns it. It is appalling
that we get to a place as unseemly as this. Appalling.
Is this a guy? I think this guy's a president. Can someone Wikipedia early life real quick? Computer enhance, computer enhance, computer enhance, computer enhance, computer enhance. Let's see the
The
accent.
family. What does that do to your stomach?
Oh, it turns it. It is appalling that we get to a place as
Get to a place. Get to a place. Interesting. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I'm just.
It is appalling that we get to a place as unseemly as this. Appalling.
Notice they don't show us the top of his head.
To a place.
Notice that we don't see the top back of his head
Stomach.
for a
Oh,
reason.
it turns it. It is appalling that we get to a place as unseemly as this. Appalling.
It is distressing, tragic, and completely legal. Here in the US, it's a phenomenon known as rehoming, where, along with matching...
If you're a pedophile at home, you're standing in front of the TV, you drop your drink in slow-mo, it's hitting the floor. When she says, and it's completely legal. It's harrowing, it's disgusting, and it's completely allowed in the United States of America. Just the pedophile having that that jaw drop moment.
Tragic and completely legal. Here in the US, it's a phenomenon known as rehoming, where along...
It's a phenomenon known as pedophilia, and it's completely legal. Just like the most sinister pedophile at home, just a guy who looks like Nicolas Cage from Longlegs. Just, he's not really paying attention, he's like cleaning his apartment. And it's completely legal.
Along with matching events, troubled kids are advertised like goods on eBay and given to anyone who'll take them. Mostly, they're adopted and often wear the scars of abuse and neglect. Most disturbingly, their parents have decided they no longer want
They're
them.
passed around from family to family, these kids. They're used goods.
Could be in Boston.
For Adam Pertman from the Boston-based National Center on Adoption...
No good person, no sweet, I want to do good and adopt. No, that doesn't exist anymore. Anybody who's trying to adopt a kid is doing it for very nefarious reasons. It's not the barren woman. It's not the. It's never that. It's not the motherly archetype, and her husband's infertile. This isn't what's happening. What's happening is it's guys who look like Ned Flanders with a paunch are figuring out about this and are so giddy that they get on a pogo stick and hop down to the nearest auction to bid on their next fleshlight. That's what's going on. I don't know why the people that, because a lot of people are blindly working in this organization, can't see the writing on the wall. The guy at the top definitely knows what's happening, but you're going to see some of the employees that they interview here.
And permanency, rehoming is the heartless result of desperation.
Desperate people do stupid things and desperate things. There should be legal structures and social structures and professionals who know what the hell they're doing around all of this. If we don't protect vulnerable children, who do we protect?
It's an underground trade in children that could be happening in any suburb
It's cash for
across
kids.
America. It's estimated that there is something like 24,000 foreign adoptees who are no longer with their adopted families. And
Here I am in Schaumburg, Illinois. In all these homes behind me, the children are getting sexually fucked. And that's right, in every single home behind me, a kid is being touched, diddled, fucked, or blown. I'm sorry, I gotta calm down. I'm going a little too far.
sign them over to those who
I'm
do.
sorry,
and that
sorry.
could be anyone.
I'm
A
sorry, I'm
desperate,
sorry.
loving parent in waiting.
I gotta reel it
or
in.
A monster.
They're the bad guy, not me.
I think it's
I'm
often
trying to make
that
levity
the
of this
child doesn't meet
situation.
the expectations of the family. And so instead of working with a child, they're trying to rehome them,
Get rid of them.
dispose of them.
Megan Exxon
What's this? She's an employee. Look at this little smirk she has.
Get rid of them.
Dispose of them.
She uses dispose like she's in the mob. Very upsetting.
Megan Exxon has 5 adopted children, 2 through rehoming.
I bet she does.
Look at the little girl in her ballet costume with her flower in her hair. I don't know how you can give a child up.
As well, Megan is all too aware that not everyone who seeks out these children can be trusted. And what about the people who might be looking at these photos? Who might they be?
Well, it could be anyone. We know from experience it can be pedophiles and people who are liars and cheats.
Well, this is like a shopping list for a pedophile.
Wait. Pedophiles and liars? What the hell? Pedophiles is one thing, but dishonest people? Now that's, lady, you gotta vet these people a little bit more. You don't want someone's mommy or daddy being a liar, pants on fire. Now, what was the other thing? Pedophilia? Yeah, well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
17-year-old Poppy knows the awful truth through first-hand experience. Like an unwanted pet, Poppy's former adoptive parents rehomed her when she was just 7 years old. They delivered her to Nicole and...
So now these two, they're the star of this little 15-minute video here. This guy, you know, and this lady here, watch this.
Calvin Eason, a couple they met in an adoption chat room who have since been exposed as serial pedophiles. Here, Nicole is caught discussing rehoming.
Now you think, you think this couple, you think they'd be progressive. They're in an interracial relationship. It's the classic, poor black guy and the big fat white lady who looks like Slimer. You think they would, be madly in love and want to create a home of their own. And unfortunately, what we got going on here is the Bonnie and Clyde of CP.
Here, Nicole is caught discussing rehoming.
I mean, this is the guy that you're giving kids to willy-nilly, giving them to him? What, so he can have people running drugs from him? He wants kids for chirping so he can go sling rock. So he can go sling a rock on the corner there. Have a kid riding around on a bike. He's reenacting scenes from The Wire. This guy's the fucking Candyman. And his accomplice here, Miss Piggy, she's no better.
Here, Nicole is caught discussing rehoming.
A family looks for another family, internet, word of mouth, friends.
Drinking root beer from the beer mug. True fatty.
Her not-so-gentle approach to parenting.
Wouldn't you like to, now knowing this about her, especially because she's such a... She's a sloth. Seeing how she's a sloth and an evil pig, wouldn't you love to kick her right in the head? Wouldn't you love to take that fucking phone of hers where she's looking at if she's not ordering a new kid, she's probably on the McDonald's app. I would love to take that phone and make her eat it. Shove it right down her throat and close her mouth until she swallows it, break her neck, and then push her out that fucking window. Look at this. Look at this American piece of shit. Look, dirty ass feet, fat as shit, comfortable at any cost, Kirkland brand shirt. And what is she doing on her phone? Oh, she's either ordering food or she's ordering a new child to traffic. That's what she's doing. She's, what's this other hand doing? She's looking for crumbs in the cushions because she's feeling a bit peckish. Would love to cut her head off with a big sword.
I smack them in the mouth, and I've gotten them with a spatula. I have no regrets about it, no complaints about it.
And I get my spatula, which I always have on hand because you know I'm always eating, and I beat the shit out of him.
The day that you were sent to the Easons' home, what was that like?
Scary.
What was scary about it?
Being dropped off by people who I thought that were family and not being able to see them anymore.
So this was your mum and dad?
Australians, again, they have no bedside manner. This woman she's atrocious. She's awful. No bedside manner whatsoever. She might be a complete and total psycho. She's either a psychopath or she's hammered throughout this entire thing.
Dad, who you considered to be your mum and dad. Mm-hmm. And did you understand why you were being sent away?
No. I was told that was just that we were going on a little road trip, and that's all they told me.
Poppy and another child from another family, 14-year-old Dimitri, would now experience the very worst of rehoming. What happened in that house?
Lady, do you want her to spell it out for you? I mean, do you... Now take me back to when she's talking to her like, you know, she won an Oscar or a Grammy or something, and take me back to when did you first come up with the melody? That's not what's going on here, lady. She doesn't want to relive it. Okay, I can't even believe she's talking about it.
A lot of things that shouldn't have happened.
How would you describe the Easons?
Okay, so this lady, what's really weird about this interview is then that this lady comes in here in this piece, and she seems to be angry not at the fact that the kids are getting molested. She seems just to be like kind of racist for some reason. Or she's like, I don't think serial pedophiles should be allowed to have interracial marriage. That's just me. I'm just old-fashioned. I think if you're going to, run around the country molesting and trafficking children, I think a white man should lay down with a white woman. That's just me. That's just Carol Heskin. That's just Carol.
Uncaring, heartless, self-serving, selfish.
Lynn Banks, an adoptive parent herself and a crusader against adoption scammers, uncovered the Easons online and was immediately alarmed.
She puts up the American flag. She gets on the porch. She's like, if you ain't white, you ain't right.
Did you?
I mean, if you got the American flag and the white rocking chair,
and was immediately
you know who they're voting for, and you can let it fly.
As soon as you saw it.
Yes, they were trying to take kids into their home under false pretenses.
This show.
They were trying to take kids into their home on false pretenses, and get this, he's a... Sorry, I should have had this ready. He's a... You saw it? She starts doing the Laugh Factory Michael Richards rant.
How easily the Easons con people. This document is meant to reassure parents who no longer want their children that they've given them to the right people. It's a safety assessment signed off by social workers. But the Easons was pure fiction. When you became suspicious of the Easons, did you become obsessed with tracking them down and stopping them?
She's like, no, I didn't really care. She's like, goes water off a duck's back.
It was the right thing to do. And I couldn't turn around and walk away from that. Who else was going to do it?
Taylor Gastinger says it. Those interracial types are a literal type of scumbag team. I've seen it multiple times. They are the slip and fall scam artists of any field. Pedophilia, stealing, lots of stuff. They work as a team. They're a sharp unit too. Separate. They're bumbling retards. But when they're together, they can do this dance of it's like watching a black and a white jellyfish just sort of pirouette around each other. They're very efficient. Very efficient. Ocean's 11 style mastermind planning of fuckery.
do it.
Lynn discovered the Easons' own children had been removed from them due to neglect and suspected abuse. She told police, as the Easons moved across the country, of the kids they collected on the way.
Look at them.
How similar was the story from state to state?
Very similar. They were doing damage. They weren't getting caught. They were free to move on.
Can you explain to me how
Back
Dimitri
to
and
this
Poppy were placed with the
weirdo
Easons?
here.
Well, I mean, they met on our group.
She's like,
Megan-
well, I sold the kids to him.
And Exxon ran a chat room set up to
This is why they did it. I sold the kids to him. That's how they got them.
support other adoptive parents. Unaware of their background, she welcomed the Easons and introduced them to the other families.
Unaware of their background. There's better, these people probably couldn't get a job at Foot Locker, and you're giving them a kid? If you were the manager at an In-N-Out, would you hire these two fucks? This lady. You hire this lady? You hire someone with these eyes. Do you hire her to work the register at the hamburger stand you're a manager at? No. Then why are you giving them children? You stupid fuck. You stupid
But
dumbass
tracking
retard.
their every online move, Lynn alerted Megan immediately.
Well, I know for a fact that she has an 8-year-old and a 14-year-old from our group. We introduced them, but
Just 2 weeks before this call, Poppy and Dimitri's parents had dumped them with Nicole and Calvin Eason. Lynn's phone call was confronting.
Look at them. Here's who
had
you sold
dumped
the
them
children
with
to.
Nicole and Calvin Eason.
Sold the children to this guy is wearing a... What is this? Is that a shock collar? Is that why black people are called shock collars? Is this something I don't know about in the black community? Is this like it's a insulin pump for his diabetes? Look at you complicit evil fuck. Look at you, burning hell. I'll kill you myself. Come on down. I'll send you my address if you see this.
Lynn's phone call was confronting and devastating.
a pedophile? Is this Calvin?
God,
After having
fuck
that-
her. Oh my God, fuck her. Holy shit, she pisses me the fuck off. I always knew these people were diabolical. And this is the nail in the fat coffin, isn't it?
Conversation with Lynn. What did you do next?
Sipping
The
your
first
root
thing I did
beer.
was I called the parents, and according to them, they couldn't come for their children. And I decided if nobody else was going to go for them, that I would.
Shame on them in a big way. There are some parents that will walk away and not look back. It's an ugly world at times, let me tell you.
And if you ain't white, you ain't right. And that's my belief, but we got to get the country back to a place where blacks ain't allowed to marry white ladies anymore. I mean, look at this big slimy snow bunny that this fucking is getting with, and the kind of racket they running. If you ain't white, you ain't right. And that's just the way it is. And that's in the Bible.
No guarantees that the Easons would hand over the children, Megan immediately set off on a 10-hour mercy dash to right her mistake.
The house was ramshackle on the outside. It had garbage bags. It had animal feces. It had urine in the front.
Ma'am, that's just a... I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but you're racist, actually. And that's just what I call regular old black household. She's like, there was animal feces everywhere. There were garbage bags. There were birds chirping that were really loud. There were, Taylor beat me to it. There weren't any batteries in the smoke detectors.
So you go up to the door and you meet a fairly imposing man, I'd imagine. He's 6'2".
Yes, I'm 5 feet tall. I just...
Man. This fucking scumbag piece of shit. Look at this fucking cocksucker.
I'm here for the children. And he said, well, you can't have them. And I said, no, Calvin, you can't have them. You don't have a right to them.
Linda
And then the fat white lady came out and said, I can has them? I can has cheeseburger?
describes that decision as very brave. Do you feel brave?
No, I feel stupid.
Why is that?
Because I helped put them in that position.
Yeah, you're a retard.
And what did you think of somebody
You're a
coming and
retard.
rescuing you in that way?
I thought she was a hero of that, what she was doing.
You thought she was a hero? Poppy suffered what no one should, especially a 7-year-old abandoned child.
So they're going to start doing descriptions of what happened. Let's get past
40
that.
years in jail
Here we
before
go.
the FBI acted. With the aid of her testimony, 2 months ago, the Eastern...
Here we go.
Incredibly, even after Poppy was saved, the Eastons continued rehoming children.
This is the... How many documentaries and stories do you have to hear before... I mean, at this point, just legalize it. Because it's clearly this is a country in a world where children have no rights whatsoever. People... Adults barely have rights. Children have this many rights. And it's a lottery system in terms of who you're born to. And the odds are getting worse every year in terms of it looking good for you as you're, coming down the birth canal. These people are allowed to keep doing this. I feel like, it seems to me like, people get arrested with like a little bit of weed in their car and do jail time. These people, they get to go on a rampage for years and years, and cops know about it. The community knows about it. Social services know about it. And still they're allowed to let that wheel keep turning. I don't know why.
It took Lynn Banks nearly a decade of collecting evidence against them before the FBI acted.
It takes a decade of a good person. Boy, the FBI, what are they doing? Oh, they're doing wellness checks on people who, post about Pepe the Frog. Oh, good. That's awesome. That's cool. That's not a complete waste of everybody's fucking time.
Testimony 2 months ago, the Eastons were each sentenced to 40 years in jail.
We're trying to stop neo-Nazis and white supremacists on Twitter. That's what we're doing, and we're keeping the country safe. What about these two? What about these two? They don't post about free speech and they're not on 8chan, so we don't really care.
Against children.
I just can't imagine being in a home with them, and I just can't imagine being a little person under somebody's control like that.
This woman, I was joking about her being racist, but she ends up being the hero in the end. That was a little too dark. Halfway through this, I was like, whoa. Even I was like, whoa, we gotta move the fuck on.